My name is Raja Narayan. I am a principal software architect working for Core Service Engineering within Microsoft. CSEO, Core Service Engineering and Operations. We build, deploy, and run software that runs Microsoft. And pretty much we use all Azure services, Microsoft products to build applications. So my problems, my use case scenarios, problem space are all similar to yours in my opinion, right? And today, I'm going to walk you through to one of the modernization journey we went through 2 years ago. I want to walk you through the journey, and I want to give you the key takeaways to you guys. Since the session is only for just 20 minutes, I'll reserve the last 20 minutes for the questions. And also, I'll be available at my booth number 27, CSEO booth, for your questions. Modernization meaning many things to many people. What we mean by modernization in this context, let me define it. It's a process of continuously, repetitively, optimizing your application and the underlying infrastructure for better and goodness. That's what we mean by modernization. And that's a journey I'm going to talk to you about. Two of the immediate Scrum teams are responsible for managing Microsoft partners and suppliers worldwide. It's hundreds of thousands of partners and suppliers worldwide. Our team manages a profile, onboard them, and we pay them for their services. That's what we do. The application that we build has to be accessible all around the world, so it should be always on, and it support all the languages around the world. It's a kind of complex system, supporting internal logins from within Microsoft, as well as B2B cases, business-to-business cases, where suppliers and partners will log into our system using their credentials. And this was a system running on-premise completely. And then we moved to cloud. Okay, before that, value to modernize. Why should I modernize our application? Why should we modernize your application? You might have seen this theory somewhere on the internet, but let me quickly give a different perspective of it. You'll be able to achieve agility. Your agile Scrum model, DevOps model works really well when you move to cloud. And when we talk about continuous delivery and continuous integration, the focus is not on the continuous delivery software or continuous integration software. It's about the process, it's about your application. You should not need any specific skill or separate person who can manage the CI/CD software. Anyone from your application team, Scrum team, should be able to configure it and run it. Time to market. You fix a bug or you introduce a new feature. Should not take 3 hours or 3 months, 6 months to deploy and then make it hydrated in production. It should be just like that. You check in the code, CI/CD runs, verified, deploys without any downtime requirements. And obviously, we don't want to spend much on infrastructure costs, right? So infrastructure costs should be down as well. And simplification, standardization. When you hire someone from the market, the person should well know how to interact with the system. What did we achieve? At the end, after we modernized, after we completed the journey is still going on. At this point in now, our infra spend came down 6 times, from $40,000 to $4,000. That's what we spent. Remember, we had multiple environments, development environment, UAT environment, staging environment, pre-production, production. And then at any point, most of the time, one or the other environment never used to work. And the developers used to break their head why it's not working, oh, that configuration is wrong, this configuration is wrong. All was the problem, all gone away now. Not simply we moved to cloud because of the modernization effort. I'll explain further. Achieving dynamic environment. Hey, whenever I need environment, I'll spin up. My work is completed, I'll tear it off. There's a possibility now. And increased application density. See, the application density here, the term refers to how densely you can pack your application components in a given infrastructure. The tightly you pack, the less you are going to spend on Azure infrastructure. And we are able to do that. Our density is high. And leveraging other good features of Azure, yeah, I don't know to say, explain about that, and loads of other opportunities. What were the challenges? Okay, I'll talk about this point first. Our applications were developed using legacy .NET framework. Legacy .NET framework? Yeah, it is .NET 4.5 based framework. It was not developed using .NET Core. More importantly, if one of your application team is starting to develop a new component and using .NET 4.5, ask them to use .NET Core, okay? And our application had a lot of dependency on IIS 7.5. Our web application, web services were running on IIS. And then it also has other external dependency. It has a GAC dependency. And then you have to install some DLL. The exe has to be there. Then only our application will work. It has some external dependency. And obviously, when we move our software components to different hosting options, different hosting platform, URLs are going to change. How am I going to inform all my users, all my internal users, whoever calling my API, hey, this thing are changing, right? So these are the challenges that we had. And mostly, this also. We had many hosting options within Azure. You have an application today, where am I going to host? Should I host my application in Azure Functions, App Service, or AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service, or Azure Service Fabric? Where I'm going to host? This was also one of the challenge for us. First thing, we took this decision tree from Azure. I have given the reference in the last slide for this decision tree. If you are moving your application from on-prem to cloud, what are you going to follow? See, our case was lift and shift case. Is it lift and shift? Yes. Can be containerized. Not all your application can be containerized, you know, right? I'm not getting into detail of it because it's just a 20-minute theater session. Not all your application can be containerized. If yes, then you have to go here. And this is a screenshot from Azure again. We have these many options to run your container in Azure. Right? You can host your container in Azure Kubernetes Service. App Service. An app service can host Windows container as well as Linux container today. It can host. ACI, Azure Container Instances, typically for batching. And Azure Batch as well. Azure Service Fabric can host your container as well as your native microservices. If you're up to developing and deploying microservices, Azure Service Fabric is the way to go. And Azure Container Registry is not for hosting your container instances, for hosting your images, like Docker Hub, like MCR, Microsoft Container Registry, Azure Container Registry it is. What we did? So we decided we are going to go with containerizing application because our application cannot be lift and shifted to app service. We have external dependency. We have a GAC dependency. We have, right? So we wanted to package them. We need to containerize them and then deploy in Azure Service Fabric. That was our original goal. Our team did a quick POC. You'll be surprised to hear what I'm going to say. The proof of concept just took 4 hours to containerize your application, web application. And then we took another 4 hours for containerizing the workers, right? In Windows and on-prem services, your workers may be running as a service, Windows service. It has an on-start, on-stop, run, and all, right? So we converted that to a console application, simple Azure console application, .NET console application. And then the regular one, we just go to Visual Studio, right-click on a project, add Docker support. It will create a Docker file for you. And then after that, you can create a Docker build create the image, push the image to content registry, and then pull and run it. Pretty much 4 to 6 hours what we took to containerize our application. It is that easy with Visual Studio 2017 onwards. In 2019, it is even, they added more support. And then Azure DevOps, the pipes, right? Release and build pipelines also support these tasks. Docker Compose, Docker Publish, you can build, given a Docker file, you can build the Docker image, you can push it to registry, you can do a build and release management using these tasks. What was our application state? What was? In on-prem, this was our state. .NET Framework-based, ASP.NET-based applications, Windows services, internal Windows NT authentication, right? And SQL Server on-prem. Reporting service, SSRS. Pretty much you may all have these things if you're not modernized yet. And proprietary data wrangling system. That time we didn't have any data lake or Databricks. And SQL Server integration service and Octopus-based deployment. This is what we have. Now, after the this is the status now. We put Traffic Manager in front of every endpoint, either an API endpoint or UI endpoint. We have a Traffic Manager. Every call to come to our application should always come through Traffic Manager only. So tomorrow, even if I change anything behind the Traffic Manager, it abstracts. The URL need not to be, URL changes is abstracted from the client. And then we have a table storage, Cosmos DB. See the options today we have. Earlier, we had only SQL Server on-prem. Logging happens, transactions data happens there. Anything to store transactionally, it goes to Azure SQL Server on-prem only. Now, I have these many options. My microservices, my components are using this much. Auditing. People from financial industry may be doing auditing. Every transaction, you'll be auditing it, right? Typically, developers write that into SQL Server. Create one audit table and then just add more and more. We don't have to. I can simply put that into table storage. Super cheap. Because auditing, you'll be writing often and then reading less. You don't need SQL Server table for that, right? And obviously, we are using SQL Azure. Instead of table-based full-text search, SQL full-text search, we are using Azure Search now. Millisecond, response time is in millisecond, 3 or 4 milliseconds. And for communication, Logic App and Service Bus, and Azure Active Directory. Today, if a supplier from Dell or Intel, for example, log in, they'll be routed to their login page, their corporate login page. And they'll be using their corporate login credentials to log into our system. The federation is supported by Active Directory today. Application Insight and Log Analytics. Trust me, when application error happens in the past, user used to tell us, hey, your application is down. Go fix it. Now that's not the case. When user encounter an error, our alerting engine, based on application insight, tell us, this user by this ID is encountering error, talk to him. And our DRI, or our directly responsible individual from within the team, DevOps team, will talk to them immediately. So it is reversed. It is not a user ask for support. We provide support to the users. And obviously, Azure Data Lake, Databricks, and Power BI. See, SSRS, SSIS all changed to this model. And Octopus is replaced with Azure DevOps Pipeline, very rich. CI/CD, any newbie, hire someone from the market today, he'll be able to operate that. It is that easy, that configurable, that intuitive. And our Windows containers are hosted in Azure Service Fabric. And then, why should we use Azure Key Vault? Azure Key Vault, any answers? Typically, like we all have secrets. Applications also have secrets. Today, you may be maintaining your application secrets and certificates somewhere else in SharePoint site, somewhere else. Azure Key Vault is a service where you should keep all the secrets safely and securely. Quickly, this is what we've done. Now, containerization is not one gold bullet. You have to consider a lot of other things as well. I'm going to talk about that. You might have seen this, right? From on-premise, you'll be modernizing your application to IaaS or PaaS or serverless. You come to the right, the value is high. It is easy to port your application to IaaS. Easy, lift and shift. But the value is also less. You'll be spending more here. You'll be spending less here. Value is very high. And where is the container comes here? Container comes under IaaS or PaaS or serverless. It comes here. It comes between PaaS and IaaS. It's container as a service. Why? Container is not one gold bullet. There are certain things that you have to consider before moving to. I'll explain quickly. Before I jump in, these are the key terms very quickly to refresh your memory. Someone is going to host your container. Some application, some host offering is going to host your container, be it Azure Service Fabric or Kubernetes or WebJob, app services. Something is going to host. That is a container host. The container host is this. And this is your container. Container also has a OS. Container host also has a host OS. Container also has a OS. Whenever there's a patch requirement, patch Tuesdays, right? This host OS will be automatically updated by the underlying host operating system, underlying host offering. But you are responsible for updating this. Remember that fact. There is no, if your container is running for last 30 days, and there's a patch needed, you have to take the container down, you have to put a new container, right? People say, hey, container images are immutable. Immutable is different from read-only. Whatever gets into your container can still write. But when you restart, whatever written, all gone. Right? That is immutable. Container images are immutable. But it's not, you have to still patch it. Container image, using container image, you can create multiple instances of containers, container instances. The container image may be containing your web application. When you run multiple instances, that many instances of your web application is running. That's what container instance means. Container registry is where you store your application image. This is another important point, key takeaway for you guys. Container OS and host OS. There's a version parity, there's a version compatibility. And there are two types of containers, right? Process isolation and Hyper-V isolation. Not all the versions are supported by all the OS. There's a parity, you have to use that parity. And the link is available here, then at the end. Operating system patching is your responsibility. Secret bootstrapping. Okay, you keep all your secrets in Key Vault. But using what secret will you access Key Vault? You need a master secret, right? So where are you going to keep the secret? So that secret must be bootstrapped into your container. There are ways. And if you wait for 2 or 3 months, there is something called Managed Service Identity, MSI. Managed Services Identity is coming up. Managed Service Identity let each and every services trust each other within the same boundary. Once it is available, then you don't have the problem. And the container bootstrapping, right? The secret bootstrapping varies from host offering to host offering. Refer this link. Before I come to an end, I should also inform the most value come from containerization and also moving to PaaS services. We moved from Azure SQL on-prem to SQL PaaS. Trust me, in the last 12 months, my SQL PaaS never went down, not even once. In the past, the very beginning, we have to patch the SQL server. We need to update the operating system. We need to patch the SQL server. All the headache is gone, right? So that is our added advantage. SQL Server also provides, Azure SQL also provides tuning your indexes automatically. Based on the read and write traffic, it auto-tune. It either create index or drop indexes. Those are the possibilities. Any questions? The question is, do you have SQL Server also in the container?
Yeah.
Although it's a possibility, we didn't go in that route.
Okay.
Because with the CAS, remember the slide? We always want to go to the right. We always want to go here.
Okay.
Currently, SQL Server is here. SQL Server Serverless is also kind of released recently, GA now. We wanted to, we are here now. We never wanted to use the container thing.
Okay. Why is there any reason why you never wanted to use it?
Because you have more value as you move right.
No.
If you're here, container operating system, you need to still patch. You'll be installing your SQL Server within the container, but the container operating system need to be patched by you. It's
Right.
your responsibility.
Yeah.
Whereas here and here, it's not my responsibility. I need to support the load. I need to increase the number of instances and everything here. Here, I don't even have that responsibility. As you come right, more value for you.
Or could it be because of the persistence of storage?
You can keep your container persistence somewhere outside. Even though your SQL Server is running within the container, the storage can be outside of container. It is possible.
Yeah. Hi. Percentage-wise, how did your total cost of ownership changed?
Total cost of ownership come down from $40,000 to $4,000. Percentage-wise, 6 times. No, you calculate that many times, yes. And I'll be available in our booth. People like me from a team also presenting. You can go here.
I can go ask him.
We can go to our booth number 27. I'll be available there. And then CSEO Ignite 2019 list all the presentation from our team. And this is our Chief Digital Officer white paper. Very interesting one. It's all about digitalization, right? You can go and read about that. And these are the references. This recording and this thing will be available. Please give me a feedback using this link. Yeah. Thank you.